Good morning, Father Andrew Dickinson here with another Newman Center update from our Monday morning emails. I want to give you today 4 tips to make sure that your spring break doesn't leave you broken. But before I do that, I want to remind you of our Inheritance Retreat coming up the weekend after spring break, March 18th, 19th, and 20th. A great chance for you to grow in your Catholic faith and your ability to pray. And even if you're not Catholic, and be able to grow in a life of prayer. Reminder that it's $95 by March 4th, this Friday, $105 after that. There are applications in the Newman Center lobby. Also, a reminder that tonight, leap year day. Hey! If you're not too busy jumping, come to the Newman Center at 7 o'clock for Pizza and Priests, where we'll have 3 priests to answer your questions about the Catholic faith. All right, I promised you 4 tips to make sure that your spring break doesn't leave you broken. Number 1, remember that it's still Lent. It's still Lent, right? So Friday, March 4th, Friday, March 11th, you might be traveling with friends, you might be traveling with family, you might be on a mission trip. Make sure that you're observing the Lenten abstinence, not eating meat. Make sure that you're doing your own Lenten penances that you might have done, whether it's reading something, some prayer, some almsgiving, some fasting. Make sure you keep it going. That'll help you out over the break. Number 2, remember the Holy Mass. Just because you're on a break from school doesn't mean you're on a break from Mass, okay? So Sunday, March 6th, Sunday, March 13th, whether you're here in Brookings, whether you're off with friends, if you're traveling with friends who aren't Catholic, don't be afraid to ask them and say, hey, guess what, guys? I'm a real crank. I'm a jerk if I don't go to Mass, so I'm going to sneak out and go to Mass during our trip. I've looked up some parishes nearby where we're going, and so I just need to go to Mass, okay? Never be afraid to ask to go to the Holy Sacrifice. It shouldn't be embarrassing to ask to go to the Holy Sacrifice. Number 3, right? Remember to pray. Don't forget to pray. Your daily prayers, make sure you keep them going. You know, if you're in a car trip with family or with friends, put in earbuds and just say, I'm going to listen to some music for a while, and add a rosary onto your playlist, And you could pray a rosary while you sit in the car, and everyone will probably be better off if you prayed a rosary. And then the 4th thing to remember about spring break is recreate, play. Don't just become a Netflix zombie who sits there and watches 20 straight hours of your latest show that you want to binge on. I can't believe this just happened. Netflix is good, Netflix is fun, but just don't become a zombie that way. I think if you talk with people, hang out with people, your friends, your family, you're on a mission trip, right? You're at your hometown. Take your hometown priest out for a coffee. You never know. Maybe you've never visited him now that you're more of an adult. And so just do something to recreate over spring break, and that way play. Don't just become a zombie. Look forward to seeing you back here after spring break. God bless you. Have a great week.